Is it ever right to be wronged? How would you react if someone is trying to take advantage of you? Jesus said, go the extra mile. Good morning and welcome to 755 Live. For about 5 minutes, you'll hear all about easy to remember soundbite versions of what Jesus said. And the point is to help you experience life to the fullest, the Jesus way. Today's Jesus Said comes from Matthew 5:38 through 42, and we're going to be reading from the New Living Translation, beginning with verse 38. You have heard the law that says the punishment must match the injury, an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth. Now, unpacking that verse first, Jesus is talking and referring to the Old Testament law, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. And then verse 39, but I say, do not resist an evil person. If someone slaps you on the right cheek, offer the other cheek also. If you are sued in court and your shirt is taken from you, give your coat too. If a soldier demands that you carry his gear for a mile, carry it 2 miles. Give to those who ask, and don't turn away from those who want to borrow. Now, what Jesus said here has some profound implications, especially today. Now, there were 2 sides of the law that Jesus was talking about here. The Old Testament law from God for judges in the Jewish culture and government was an eye for an eye. The penalty would reflect the severity of the crime. But throughout Matthew 5, Jesus is comparing the letter of the law to something higher, the spirit of the law, actually the heart. In Matthew 5:17 in the NET version, he said, do not think that I have come to abolish or do away with the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish these things, but to fulfill them. There's a lot of talk about what this word fulfill means. It can't possibly mean to abolish, because Jesus would have contradicted himself. He said, I have not come to abolish, to do away with, but to fulfill. And that word in the Greek means to fill up completely, to overwhelm. And Jesus was taking the good of the law and making it even better by getting to the heart of the matter. But there was another law here too that they were facing. This was man's law. This was the law of the Roman Empire, which in many ways was horrific. But Jesus was saying that there is something higher than absolute right or wrong. Jesus is even filling up this wrong action of civil law. A Roman soldier had the Roman law on his side. He could slap a Jew with no consequence unless they died. Now, the meaning of the right cheek here would be a backhanded slap, because most soldiers were right-handed, and if you were to slap the right cheek of someone, that would be kind of awkward with your left hand, so it would be a backhanded slap of the right hand. It was a slap designed to demean, designed to reinforce that the Jews were slaves. And Jesus was not saying that turning a cheek was a passive action. It was actually saying you stand up and turn the other cheek. Say, okay, you want to give me a backhanded slap? That's not who I am. Go ahead, take your best shot. Also, going the extra mile, the second mile, was not passive. The law said that a soldier could ask a Jew to carry their backpack, their gear, for a mile. But if they made the Jew carry it for more than a mile, then there were consequences for the soldier. And so this action that Jesus is saying to take, of offering to go the extra mile, would actually put their accusers into jeopardy. You see, this is the concept of overcoming evil with good. It's not passively allowing people to walk all over you. It is realizing that our real battle is for good, not fighting evil with evil. Now, Simon Peter, the rebel disciple who cut off a servant's ear the night that he denied Christ, he got this concept. And to wrap up today, I want to read from 1 Peter 2, 13 through 16. He said, "For the Lord's sake, submit to all human authority, whether the king as head of state," and remember who the king was in this day, "or the officials he has appointed. For the king has sent them to punish those who do wrong and to honor those who do right. It is God's will that your honorable lives should silence those ignorant people who make false accusations against you. For you are free, yet you are God's slaves. So don't use your freedom as an excuse to do evil." You see, Simon Peter learned well. It's not about our rights, but about the right heart. And sometimes it's right to be wronged. As we go the extra mile, not fighting evil with evil, but fighting evil with the higher good that's above any absolute right or wrong. Jesus said, "Go the extra mile." How can you put that into action today? Thank you so much for listening. If this is meaningful to you, it really means a lot to me if you like it, if you share it, and if you comment. Been a lot of questions how we're doing. We're doing fine. Appreciate all of the prayers. And I hope that you have an amazing day, and I hope this time together has helped you live life to the fullest, the Jesus way. And remember, follow Jesus today. Love first.